So here we go. I'm going to share the screen and we will start. Something on current affairs. Here.
Outraged when reading about this and following this over the past weeks, Ms. President, why are these kind of industrial ships, very large ships, driving over one of the most important coral reefs in the oceans? Why wouldn't they be, banned from these important areas?
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. And in fact, tomorrow marks 1 month since we experienced the crash of the Wakashio on our reef. Now, you have raised a very important question. I think we're also grappling with to getting some answers. Because while this ship was bound for Brazil through the Indian Ocean, it was not destined to be anywhere near Mauritius. And this ship is among the 1% biggest ship that has been built. And it's the same size as an aircraft carrier, just to give an idea of the size. And as we speak, we still don't know the exact amount of fuel that has been leaked into our waters. But one thing we know is that our beaches are now very, very badly impacted. And what is interesting is that for a whole month, we have seen a deafening silence from the shipping industry. There has not been major communiques from them. We are waiting for answers. We are waiting to hear from the regulators because as we're increasingly being made aware that the fuel which that ship was carrying was not crude oil, but low fuel grade oil which was being carried on a vessel which is a single hulk, not even a double hulk. So these are issues that we would like to hear from the regulators, why such fuel is, which is of course very new, coming to our waters, and we have no idea, but now we are the victim of this incident. Now, for information, because here I speak as a scientist.
Former president.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, so I wanted to, further to that, I wanted to ask about what case for compensation you think Mauritius has. Do you think the owner of the ship should be paying damages that perhaps might be difficult to get from the insurance company, but do you think that the owner of the ship has a liability here?
Well, we know there are so many issues which are linked to the compensation issue. First of all, it will depend also on how many conventions the government here has signed up and ratified. The other thing, what we're seeing now backward and forward, is that the Japanese, the owner of the ship, they have made the appropriate noises vis-a-vis, paying the insurance, of course, compensating for the damage done. But beyond the compensation, because there are one more thing that we have to add here before looking at the compensation issue, is that this ship was not an oil tanker. And we know that the compensation for an oil tanker and just a cargo ship, the compensation levels are different. But beyond the compensation, we are looking at the damage which is being done to our wildlife, which is being done to the livelihoods of so many.
Kids, I'm just going to pause this here and ask you, do you know the meaning of an oil carrier, an oil ship carrier? How many of you know the meaning of that? What does that mean?
I know it, ma'am.
Bolo?
An oil ship carrier is...
Ma'am, I know.
Oil ship carrier is... I don't know.
Okay, yes, Ranveer, I thought I heard you. Tell me.
And an oil carrier is that carries oil from one place to another.
Okay. We saw that there was something written on the video while it was playing about a minute ago. How many tons of oil spilled into the ocean? Did you notice that? It had mentioned over there. No, you didn't notice? I will just go to Subhan and ask Subhan, did you notice how many tons of oil had spilled into the ocean? Did you notice that?
And what ship's oil was leaked in the ocean?
What? How much?
Whole ship.
Subhan, I asked the question that on this video, in the front of the video, it was written how many tons of oil spilled into the ocean. Did you notice that? Do you know how many tons of oil spilled into the ocean?
Ma'am, I can only hear the video. The screen is frozen on the video.
Oh, is it? Okay, fine. Pranav, I'm going to ask you that question. Did you see how many tons of oil had spilled into the ocean?
Ma'am, 10,000.
10,000. Did you see that? Did you see that written over there?
Ma'am, it was like orphans.
Tanishka, did you see how much oil had spilled into the ocean?
No, ma'am.
Why? Why? It is right in the front of your screen. Why have you all not paid attention to it? Okay. Now, who is this person who is talking over here? This lady, who is she?
Murat is a former president.
Sorry, what? What is this?
And former
What is
president.
this? What is written here?
RTS farmer. President.
Mortius? Mortius? Really? Are you children from grade 6? I am shocked. Is this Mortius? Oh my God. How do you read this? Yes, Subhan. What do you think? What is this place? Sorry, Subhan. What? Oh my God. Come on. Come on. Ranveer, do you know what is this? I am shell shocked. I am shell shocked. I am absolutely, thoroughly shocked that y'all don't know the. Oh my God. Okay. This is Mauritius. Have you never heard of this place called Mauritius? Have you never heard of this place called Mauritius? I'm not asking you to go there. Mauritius is a place on this planet. Please tell me you have at least heard of this place once. You must have seen it somewhere on the global map. Okay, fine. This is Mauritius. This is called Mauritius, and she is the former president of Mauritius. So, Pranav, I'm going to ask you, what is being discussed here? What is she talking about?
Ma'am, she is talking about the that ship ma'am, fell into the sea. Oil fell into sea. That.
Okay, can you make that a better sentence? I mean, you are grammatically not correct. Can you frame a good sentence and tell me that same information? Okay, excellent. Pranav's screen is frozen. All right. Subhan, what do you think she's talking about over here?
Ma'am, she's talking about oil spill in the oceans.
She's talking about oil spill in the ocean. She's talking about oil spill in the Pacific Ocean, or where is this oil spill?
Oil spill in Indian Ocean she's talking about.
The Indian Ocean. Okay. Yes, Ranveer wants to say something. Yes, Ranveer.
Ma'am, she's saying that why did such a big ship go from our oceans by taking oil and so close to the shore? If it goes so close to the shore, it will of course hit a coral reef and the ship may fall off. It will fall in the water.
It will not hit a coral reef. What is a coral reef? Coral reefs are organisms or things that live at the bottom of the sea. Now, coral reefs, they generally have certain distance from the top level of the sea where they settle at the bottom, but they are still living organisms. Coral reefs are extremely colorful and beautiful. Now, with this kind of oil spill, what will happen is the oil will just leave a coating on top of the entire set of coral reef, which means, suppose you have oil on your nose covered, will you be able to breathe? Everybody,
No.
imagine you have oil cloth covered on your face. Would you think you'll be able to breathe? Will you feel comfortable with oil
No.
cloth wrapped around your face? Okay. Now imagine oil has fallen into the ocean and so many fishes. Subhan, I'm not sure why you're raising your hand constantly. And when someone's talking, it's okay if you do not keep on raising your hand and keep moving around. Okay, just relax. When someone's talking, it's good to hear it out. Now, when so much of oil spills into the ocean, it causes breathing trouble. How do the fishes breathe? Fishes breathe the oxygen that's in the water, correct? We've all learned this when we were children. Fishes breathe the oxygen that's in the water. Now, when oil has spilled into the ocean, imagine the huge amount of dolphins, sharks, whales, fishes, and the coral reef, which will not be able to breathe now. Imagine you are in a house and there is oil all around you. Oil is sprayed into the air. Your clothes have oil on it. Your skin has oil on it. How would you feel? Would that make you feel comfortable? Would you be able to feel normal about it? No. Yes, Vihan, you look like you want to say something.
In the Mauritius oil spill, this happened for so many times.
Oh, is it? Okay. Okay.
Can you ask Anishka?
Okay. So, she is talking about the environmental hazard, means the bad things that will happen to environment, the incorrect things that will happen to environment because of this oil spill. Okay, let's continue listening to her. After this, I have another video for you. Let's continue listening to her.
People, and now the information coming out is showing that this fuel, it's very new fuel, and the work has not been done in the tropical environment where this fuel has been leaked. And this fuel, when leaked to the warmer waters of the Indian Ocean, for example, we can see the polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons which will be leaked in the ocean. And we know how dangerous that is for wildlife. And we all know also, even if you clean up the ocean, or you remove most of the oil, it's never 100%. So this will linger on for so many years. And this is happened precisely near a whale sanctuary. And we have so many of the whale passages in our ocean, so God knows what's going to happen to the livelihoods of these animals beyond those of the fishermen and all the industry that this oil slick has impacted for us, because tourism brings about 24% of our GDP.
Well, I mean, you know more than most people what kind of damage this could do, as you have a PhD in organic chemistry, and of course you're the president. We're the president of a country that relies on this kind of marine life for its livelihood. I tell you, I do some diving in a spot in Indonesia called Mazul, and they have a 300,000 acre no-kill zone. No fishing is allowed there. None of these tanker-sized ships are allowed to drive through there. Why not make a huge no-kill zone around someplace like Mauritius? Wouldn't it be better for the ocean, for the and even more profitable for the people that live on that island?
Oh, definitely, because we have a huge exclusive economic zone, almost 2.2 million square kilometers. But all depends on the reactivity of the government in terms of course adhering to the international convention, how this can be done. But beyond this ship has hit the reef very close to our marine park. It's one of the most biodiverse regions of the world, and also next to an islet, which to us has become the symbolism of conservation. Unfortunately, Mauritius is well known internationally for the extinct bird called the dodo. But we have been very good at rehabilitating our fauna, especially the bird fauna, and the islet, which is now surrounded by an oil slick, is precisely that islet where 20 plus years of conservation may be reversed. And how can we make an assessment of this in monetary terms alone? I mean, these are questions that beg answers.
Okay, she is talking about 20 plus years of conservation being reversed. Pranav, you want to say something? Oh, your screen.
Ma'am, I can't see the screen.
Okay, but you can hear her, right?
Ma'am, no. Ma'am, only there is the screen sharing.
Okay, but can you hear what is being spoken on this video?
Ma'am, no. Until also screen share is coming.
Okay, fine. Very little that I could do right now, Pranav. I'm so sorry. I'll send this video to you later. As always, I will send the link to you all. Okay, so you all can see it later. Now, Tanishka, can you tell me what is the meaning when she says that 20 years of conservation work has been reversed? Iska matlab kya hai? What do you understand when she says that?
Ma'am, that to clean that river, that oil, water, and that all, they needs 20 years.
No. Conservation means what? Conservation means what? Do you know the meaning of conservation? Animal conservation, marine life conservation. Do you know what is the meaning of that? Wow, Ranveer, that's an excellent thing to do. He has quickly taken out his dictionary. I am impressed now. Ranveer, I am really impressed. I'm waiting for you to tell me the meaning of the word conservation. That's really good. Let's see what you come up with. Ranveer quickly took out his dictionary to look for the meaning of the word conservation. Let's see what he says. Okay, Ranveer, have you found the word?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll wait. We have another 10 minutes for this class to happen, so I will wait. So make it quick. You shouldn't take more than
What
30
is the
seconds.
spelling?
Conservation. Come on, go with the sound. Conservation. Conservation. Looks like Subhan has found the word. Yes, Subhan. Open your mic. Excellent. Tell me.
Informal talk between people.
I'm not talking about conversation. I'm talking about conservation. C-O-N-S-E-R. C-O-N-S-E-R, not V-E-R. She didn't talk about conversation. She's talking about conserve.
Ma'am, I found it.
Yes, tell me.
One, preservation or restoration of the natural environment. Two, preservation of historical sites and objects. Three, careful use of a resource.
Very good. So careful use of a resource means taking care of natural resources or taking care or preserving a natural habitat. Now, she also spoke that the oil spill has happened close to the whale conservation area. She said that there are whale passages, means whales move around that area. Now, this oil spill, she says, has happened around the whale conservation area. Now, imagine if that is the route that the whales take to be around the ocean. Now, that route has been affected because of oil spill on that route. Okay. Now, the question asked was, what is the meaning of 20 years of reversing the conservation? Now, what she means by that is it took so many years to build that natural area form, means it was there, then it was destroyed, and now taken care that they are building it up again so the whales and the other marine life can be around that place. Now with the oil spill, all that got damaged. With the oil spill, all that has got damaged, which means that whatever work they must have done for 20 years, it has come down to zero. She said that 20 years of conservation work has been reversed. Matlab, घुमा दिया उसको उल्टा. 20 years of conservation work has been reversed, which means 20 years में जो उन्होंने काम किया था वो सब अभी zero जैसा हो गया है. That is the meaning of that. Can you imagine the impact of that oil spill in the ocean? It's very huge. It's dangerous. Let's listen her out. She just has another few seconds of completing. Let's hear her out. Come on, everyone. Let's hear her out.
And we're waiting to hear from them.
Okay. So that's it. That's what we will be stopping the video there. Okay. All right. So how did you find this video? 1 minute, kids. So what, Subhan, you tell me, what do you think about this interview? What do you have to say about it?
Ma'am, in this video, I think they were talking about the oil spills in the Indian Ocean. So they are preventing it, and they are conserving the 20 years and reversing, and that president of oil. President was talking of oil spills in Linga cities, and the oil of the ship has spilled on the coral reef. This much.
Okay, fair enough. Ranveer, what do you have to say about this video, this interview? What would you like to say about it?
Ma'am, I would like to say that they were trying really hard to make it, and they made it, but just with no careless, the ship hit a coral reef and all the oil spilled. So, what I can say more about it?
Okay, fine. Tanishka, what can you say about this video?
That the oil spilled in a water. I have only one question with me.
Yes.
That what happened about that fishes and well?
What happened about those fishes? I'm glad you're at least one person who is wondering what happened about those fishes. Well, when an oil spill happens, the fishes really suffer. The fishes find it very difficult to breathe in there. Okay, they have struggle. They really find it difficult to live in that water. I'm going to now show you one video which will show you what happens to the fish when there's an oil spill. Okay, let's see here what happens to the fish, or at least you will see how this oil spill is happening. Okay, are we ready? One minute. When there are some things coming on the screen, do keep it, please. Now, this is not the ocean, this is the river. Now, this has happened in Russia. Yes, Tanishka still has a question. Yes, Tanishka.
Ma'am, we can't hear.
I had the music. The music wasn't on. Okay, it is on now. You can hear. But can you see the screen? Can you read what is written?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, cool. You continue with that. Yes, Ranveer. Yes, Ranveer. Tell me. Open your mic. Yeah.
20,000 tons of fuel.
Yeah. Look, in Malaysia, it was 1,000 tons of oil. Here, this is 20,000 tons of fuel. Can you imagine how you can clean it up? How can you clean this up? Today, I want you all to do
You
an
can't.
experiment. Today, I want you all to do an experiment at home. Everybody listen to me carefully. Subhan, it will be really nice if you can just sit down like a sixth grader and not keep walking up and down like this. Take a glass of water. Okay, take a glass of tap water. Take help from your parents to do this, your father or your mother or your older person in the house. Ask someone in the house to help you out with this experiment. Take a glass of tap water. Take 1 spoon of oil and pour it into that glass. Okay. Now, if this glass is transparent, it will be excellent because you can see what happens with the oil. So if you have a plastic glass or a kaach ka glass, it will be good. If you put it into a steel glass, you might not see what happens beneath the surface. Okay. So if you have a transparent glass, or even if you have an old bottle in the house, any juice bottle or any transparent bottle, don't take your water bottles, okay? Please don't. Ranveer, sit down. Ranveer, come back and sit down. Do not take your regular drinking water bottle, okay? It gets very difficult to clean that. Take something that's easy to clean because you're going to reuse that same item at home. Now take a transparent bottle or a glass or any container which is transparent, even a bowl if it is transparent. Fill it up with a glass of tap water. Pour 1 spoon of oil on top of it. Okay? Do not do this on your own in the kitchen. Have someone to see what you're doing. Have someone along with you to supervise it in the house. Don't say teacher ne bola to mujhe karna hai. Okay? Bolo teacher ne ye bola hai and please help me to do this experiment. Okay? That's what you will say in the house. All right? Have you understood what I said? Now do not take your regular drinking water bottle. All right? Pour that spoon of oil on top of that, into that container, transparent container. Now see what happens to the oil. Okay. The oil will stay on top. Now I want you to think of some way in which you can clean that oil from the water. Okay. Now I want you guys to think. I want you guys to think. कुछ तो दिमाग लगाओ, कुछ तो सोचो कि ये जो ऑयल उस पानी के ऊपर गिरा है, इसको तुम क्लीन कैसे करोगे? इस ऑयल को पानी से अलग कैसे करोगे? You're going to think and let me know about it by Monday. Okay, let's continue with this video now. See, it says that the fuel that fell into the river coated the entire surface of the river into crimson red. मतलब ये जो stop share वाला ये दिख रहा है ना तुम लोगों को? Y'all can see this, right? Y'all can see this red button here, correct? Yeah. Now that's red. That's red color. Imagine the top of the river completely becomes red color like this. Isn't it scary? Isn't it scary? To me, it's extremely scary. Look at that. Oh my God, it looks red. Look at this portion. Look at this portion here. See, The oil leaked into the Ambarnaya River that flows into the environmentally sensitive Arctic Ocean. Environmentally sensitive means वहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा marine life है जो वहाँ पे हमेशा से रहते आया है. वो बहुत ही sensitive जगह है. वहाँ पे बहुत सारा marine life है. Marine life मतलब fishes and plants and animals that live underwater. Okay, that is called marine life. Ab, who can go and contaminate that place? Only humans. Now fishes don't go and spoil the water themselves, do they? Do they spill oil into the water? No, they don't. It's humans who do that. Do you see this stretch here which is looking reddish? Can you see this portion here? Now we have a little river kind of body that flows around our high school, right? We have that little bridge over which we have to cross, and we have a little river that flows around. It usually looks brown, blue, right? Agar barish hua to it looks brown because the matti from the aju baju banks just fall into it and it looks brown. Imagine it starts looking red. How would you feel? Won't it look scary? It's so heavily contaminated, it's so heavily spoiled, poisonous, and now those tiny fishes that live into it will all be dying. Can you imagine that? Let's continue. Person. What is his name? This is the Russian president. He is the president of Russia. His name is Vladimir Putin. This is the president of Russia. His name is Vladimir Putin. He said that a state of emergency was needed to call in more resources for the cleanup effort. Means they are going to look to clean up that entire river, which means they need lots more people and a lot of effort to clean up that river. Oh, look at this spot. Look at the spot that's looking fully red. Can you see that? Can you see these spots? They are looking so red. Written here. The experts who know how this can be done are saying that cleaning up this river could take anywhere between 5 to 10 years. It took a few hours to contaminate this river. It took a few hours for that oil to spill into the river. But now to clean it up, it's going to take 5 to 10 years. Isn't that too much? Do you understand how important it is for us to save our environment? Because it has been here for thousands of years. One mistake from our side and we could damage that entire natural resource for many, many years. Do you think if there were fishes in this river, they can survive here anymore? None of the organisms whose घर ये था, ये river किसी animals and fishes का घर था. अब वो उनका घर नहीं है. ये उनसे किसने छीना? उनको ये जस्टिस कौन देगा कि हाँ भाई हमने तुम्हारा घर छीना है, हम तुमको नया रिवर बना के देंगे? ऐसा होता है क्या? हम नया रिवर बना सकते हैं क्या? जब हम नया रिवर बना नहीं सकते हैं तो हमें इसका केयर करना, to take care of it, to conserve it, to preserve it is absolutely our responsibility, our duty. Yes or no? Let's continue. Oh no. Now you finally see it. Look what has happened to that one fish that could be photographed. Thousands of such fishes have died in this river. इनकी कोई गलती नहीं थी, right? ये तो अच्छे से हम अपने लाइफ में जी रहे थे, ये तो एंजॉय करके अपने फैमिलीज के साथ वहां पे रह रहे थे, अब ये नहीं रहे. Do you understand the importance of taking care of natural resources around you? How would you feel if someone came into your house and filled it with water and said, now this is how it is going to be? How would you be able to survive? Can you think of it? Difficult, no? Now, the fishes were living in their own homes, and humans, just because they didn't take care of that chemical plant which was near the river, just because they didn't take proper care of that chemical plant, वहां से फ्यूल लीक हो गया और ये पूरे रिवर को कंटामिनेट किया. Yeah. So this is something, children, I wanted to show you all today. I know I did not do our Ignite Intelligence class today, but I think this was equally important to ignite your intelligence. This was equally important to ignite your emotional value for your natural resources around you. Natural resources around us are all the landforms that we have learned in geography. Do you remember the landforms you have learned in geography? Ranveer, can you name me two landforms? Ranveer, can you name me two landforms? Okay, Ranveer's screen is frozen. Tanishka, can you name me two landforms? Any two landforms. We have learned it in geography.
Uttarkhandala.
Ago, bhai, did I say states and capitals? I said any two landforms. No. Pranav, can you tell me any two landforms?
Landforms.
Vihan, can you tell me any two landforms?
Volcanoes and mountains.
What and mountains?
Volcanoes and mountains.
Volcanoes and mountains. Wow. Volcanoes and mountains, two landforms. Thank you so much, Vihan, for understanding the question. Yes, Ranveer, name two landforms.
Mountains and plains.
Mountains and plains. Pranav, can you name me two landforms? Okay, Pranav is gone again. Tanishka, now can you name me two landforms?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
Mountains and plains.
He has already said that. Name me any other two landforms.
Oh, other two.
Subhan, can you name me any two landforms? Subhan, yahan pe. Can you name me any two landforms?
Mountains, rivers, mountain and river.
Rivers, yes, mountains.
Flood and water.
What?
Flood.
Flood.
And water.
Tanishka, how will flood be a landform? Do you remember the chapter we did around landform? Can you please leave that phone alone?
Ma'am, one more landform.
Yes, Ranveer, what is that?
Lake.
Lakes, yes, lakes is another landform. Now, these are natural things around us, natural landforms around us. Oceans, rivers, lakes, mountains, volcanoes, these are landforms around us.
Sea.
If we are not going to take care, yes, sea, if we are not going to take care of it, we may not have them around us for a very long time. Okay? It is important that we do everything.
I'm back in network.
Okay, good. It is important that we do everything that is needed to take care of it. And the first important thing that we need to do to take care of it is not dirty it. उसके अंदर कचरा मत फेंको, उसके आसपास प्लास्टिक मत फेंको, उसके आसपास खाना पीना वगैरह जो कचरा है, किचन वेस्ट है, उसको मत फेंको. Keep it clean. That also is the house to somebody else. वो लेक, वो रिवर, वो माउंटेन, वो भी किसी का घर है. वो घर है उन लोगों का जो आपको आके बोलेंगे नहीं कि ये मेरा घर है. वो चुपचाप वहां पे रहते हैं. उनको बोलते हैं एनिमल्स, बर्ड्स. वो नहीं आपको बोलते हैं कि वो हमारा घर है. वो बस उनको पता है कि उनका घर है. Vihan, I'm talking. They just know it is their house. And then when they do not come and harm us in our house, we should not have any right to go and harm them in their house. So the best way we can do that is by taking care of those landforms. Agreed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I am going to send these 2 videos to you all today. I am going to send these 2 videos like we always do. I send the videos to you all. I want you to do a very important thing. You're going to sit and watch these videos with your parents. You are going to sit and watch these videos with your parents. Subhan, are you hearing me out? Subhan, तुम मुझको सुन रहे हो कि तुम कुछ सोच रहे हो? Because yesterday also you were doing something like this and you said मैं तो नीचे देख के सोच रहा हूँ. तो मैं भी क्यों नहीं नीचे देख के ऐसे बात करूं? तुम्हें कोई भी इंटरेस्ट रहेगा मेरा बात सुनने को? सुबह मैनरिज्म्स ऑफ सिटिंग इन द क्लासरूम कितनी बार सिखाएंगे? हर रोज हर क्लास में? अच्छा नहीं लगता है. Okay, now these 2 videos I'm going to send to you all. You're going to watch it with your parents. Have you understood? You're going to watch these videos with your parents. You're going to discuss with them how they feel about it and how you feel about it. Have you understood me? You're going to discuss with your parents how they feel about these videos, about the interview with that Mauritian former president, about the oil leak in Russia, what they feel about it. You're also going to give your point of view on how you feel about it. Okay? And you are going to give me a write-up about these 2 videos in your own words. You're going to write a few sentences. When I say few sentences, grade 6, I don't mean 2 or 3 sentences. You know that by now, correct? When I say a few sentences, I'm looking for you to write a whole page. Understood? I'm looking for you to write a whole page, not 3-4 sentences. All right? Understood? You are going to write about the whole videos in your own words and submit it to me by Monday. Understood? If it is ready on the weekend, you can send it to me on the weekend also. Okay? Agreed? Fine? Comfortable with it?
Ma'am, take a break.
Yes, you can take a break.